We want these people dead or alive. We want them.
Someone must know what happened in Lusikisiki. Top cops visit the scene of the massacre. White flakes fall on the N3 again, but spring snow isn't unusual. And I cannot get out of bed without it. Today, we celebrate the multiple health benefits of coffee. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Dead or alive, preferably dead. Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane says he wants the perpetrators of the Lusikisiki massacre found.
We want these people dead or alive. We want them. Actually, I would prefer to get them dead because you get them in jail, they come back, they continue. I can tell you, this is not a person who's killing for the first time.
Top cops have been meeting community members to find out what happened on Saturday when gunmen killed 18 people.
We are dealing with the investigation of a murder of 18 people, and that's all what we know. We have done the scene, we are done with the crime scene. Our teams are out there with investigation, looking for these heartless criminals.
Several parts of South Africa are still in the grip of a cold snap, with snow and heavy rains too.
The trees are now starting to get into production, and the main issue is possible frost damage. So farmers do as much as they can to prevent that damage by irrigating and so forth. And then also we had some light hail over the weekend, and that was a great concern for me personally because we know that our early stone fruit trees are now into quite serious production.
The South African Weather Service says the recent snowfall is not unusual. Lead scientist for long-range prediction, Christian Engelbrecht, says snow in spring is nothing new.
The impact, I think, is really is one of the snow events with one of the largest impacts in what we can recall now. But in terms of the time of the year that the event occurred, that is not unusual.
To the spreading war and violence in the Middle East, Israeli forces have crossed over into Lebanon to launch ground operations there. It's the first time since 2006 in this new phase of its decades-long conflict with the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. The Israeli military has called on residents in more than 20 areas in southern Lebanon to evacuate. And Hezbollah has said it has targeted the Israeli military intelligence base of Gilot near Tel Aviv.
Fikile Mbalula, resident of Johannesburg, Secretary General of the ANC. We support the renaming of Sandton Drive to Leila Khalid Drive. Not yesterday, today.
Do Joburg streets really need another name change? Not according to the DA. The party says the recent proposal by the ANC in the City of Joburg Council, supported by the EFF, to rename Sandton Drive to Leila Khalid Drive has been met with widespread criticism as residents continue to struggle with inadequate basic services.
Sandton residents and Joburg at large have long expressed extreme frustration over the ongoing service delivery failures under the current ANC-run government, who now choose to focus on symbolic gestures that don't improve the lives of the people they are meant to serve. This is nothing except political grandstanding and reflects a disconnect between the city government and the needs of its residents. As the Democratic Alliance, we believe policy changes and effective governance must take precedence over superficial renaming ceremonies. We thus encourage the city to shelve this renaming proposal and prioritise service delivery and the issues that affect the residents of Sandton as well as Joburg.
Police say they've arrested more than 10,000 people during a drive to get rid of crime across the country. Last week's arrests involved more than 1,900 suspects who were wanted for serious crimes, including murder, attempted murder, rape and assault. 29 human trafficking victims were rescued in Gauteng during the operations. And the Department of Labour has vowed to continue with inspections at different places of work to monitor compliance with labour laws. The raids aimed at enforcing labour laws and immigration regulations uncovered widespread non-compliance at eateries. The focus will now shift to the trucking and logistics industry following concerns over the employment of undocumented foreign nationals.
Minimum wage. So you find that there's just a disregard and flouting thereof. And clearly also the appointment of or foreign nationals that do not have documents.
It's dubbed survival juice, and we do know why. Coffee is delicious, and it's packed with nutrients like riboflavin, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants.
People like who love coffee, and then they have heart palpitations. People who love coffee, but they can't drink coffee. My advice is to say that drink it, take it slow, take single shots, and then over time, your body will get used to the coffee, and it has so many health benefits.
Studies also show that it's a great idea to have coffee 30 minutes to an hour before exercising, allowing you to push much harder. And that's why this cuppa is being celebrated across the world today. See you for more after your coffee tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.